Hey, welcome back to another edition of Ego and Break. I'm your host, Dynamite J. Andrews. I got the Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, sitting to my left.
Sweating.
Sweating to my left. And today we're going to talk wrestling. That's what we're going to talk. Absolutely. We're going to talk about AEW's Deadly Draw. We're going to talk about maybe Combat Wrestling League and their Fallout event at the Hideaway. Maybe talk about some other stuff. Let's see where it goes. I don't know. We're also going to talk about who we would like to see face Cody for the TNT WWE United States AEW Championship. So that'll be pretty interesting.
It's an open challenge.
Yep. So let's jump right into the Deadly Draw. Well, before we do that, very sad news going around the wrestling world as we lost Kamala.
Yep.
Definitely for here in the South and Mississippi, Kamala was well known. This is where he resided.
Uganda's that way in Mississippi.
Yeah. If you're in Jackson, you want to go to Uganda, just go north. So you'll run into it. So sad to hear that. Kamala was definitely a legend. Yep. He had a very unique character, unique style. And a character not everybody could have made believable, but he did. So
he made a lot. I ain't gonna say he made a lot of money, but he made a comfortable living off of it.
Right. And then also we lost Marvelous Mitch Ryder. If you remember him from Chikara and IWA Mid-South, the only guy marvelous enough to share Marvelous with Marvelous Monty Warbucks. So prayers go out to our families and friends and fans. It's really horrible, when we pass, but that's one thing we can't escape. We're all going to pass one day. It doesn't make it any easier, but definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers out to those fans and friends and family of those guys. Moving on from there, we've got AEW's Deadly Draw. This was like the second episode.
Yeah.
Not the second round, but the second round of the first round.
It's going to be 4 episodes total from what I'm seeing. Unless it ends at the pay-per-view. I don't know that. Is that what it's going to do?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The Madman's got the results, so we'll go over them, talk a little bit about that, and maybe give our opinions. Let us have the first match.
Let's see here. The first up was... they got it backwards from what they had on the show.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to go with the other one because
we see Big Swole pull her ticket, her token.
Yes.
And,
piece of paper.
Yeah, she got the same color as Little Swole, which
he was supposed to be in the tournament according to her.
Which was very coincidental.
And she was standing right there.
Yeah. Well, you see, what we don't see right off camera, there's a wall. There's a box.
It ought to be like 15 girls standing there and you're waiting to see which one she pulls.
Well, there's a box. And as we all know, if they're in a box, it's a surprise. So as soon as she drew her ticket, the person came out of the box.
Yeah, evidently.
And we could see who it was.
So she saw through the box what color she pulled.
Yeah. So
it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it's the worst part of the whole show. But
we get the Swole Sisters in tag team action
against
and they take on Leva Bates.
It's like, well, they got it the way they got this. Yeah, Leva Bates and Rachel Roche Chanel.
Yeah, the fashionista.
Yeah.
Straight from Paris, and
I'm sorry, I'm not French.
It was definitely a mismatch of styles with the fashionista and Leva.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a few little things that wasn't bad.
Yeah, to me, it's from my favorite match they've had so far.
So overall, I enjoyed the match. I think the right team won with the Swole Sisters winning.
I thought Little Swole was really the star of the match.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought everybody else kind of looked okay.
Yeah, I like the DDT neck stunner thing they did. That was pretty cool. So overall, it was a good match. Yeah. I'm not going to say it was anything to really brag about, but it could have been a lot worse, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. So that was cool. And then we get our next match, which was
Ellering.
Rachel Ellering and Dasha.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The way they got this written out, it doesn't make sense. But Dasha Gonzalez and Rachel Ellering versus Elise and Dementia.
Is
that how you?
Diamante.
Oh, my bad. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah, the cool thing there
Yeah, I got
was the
mentioned.
fact that Medusa said, "Hey, we're going to shake things up. We're going to make the ringing out or the backstage commentator girl Dasha. She was going to have to draw. She's also the Spanish announce commentator for Dynamite, and she drew, and then she tagged with Rachel, which was kind of cool. You know, anybody in AEW can be a wrestler. You know, short, small, tall. You know, no arms, no legs, or you know, ring announcers or anything.
Whatever.
So, wrestling's not real hard. Anybody can do it, at least in AEW. So,
I guess who took the pan?
Ivelisse.
No, Gonzalez.
Oh, Dasha. Well, at least that part made sense.
Ivelisse and how to pronounce the other one moved forward. I'm trying to see if they go tell the matches for next time because I didn't think they did it right, but hey, what
I would say I didn't see all of that match. I saw some of it. Saw the beginning.
They were
lost. What they were lost.
They were lost. Honest to God, like if you watch the show, you'll see what I mean. They evidently called all of it in the back because you could tell people were just didn't know where to go. People were having to signal for them to come forward. It wasn't pretty, bro. You lucky you didn't watch it all.
Yeah. So I guess got a little break there.
The semi-final matches will be Brandy Rhodes and Alley against Big Swole and Little Swole.
Who you predicting?
Oh, come on.
Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy and Alley's going over.
Yeah, and then Tay Conte and Anna Jay versus Ivelisse and her partner. So I thought I would have flipped that around personally.
I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna root for Ivelisse and Diamante, but I
Whoever
doubt
you think can have the better match with Brandy and Ollie.
None of the above.
I think Big Swole and them should have been the main. That should have been the main two teams.
Yeah.
And I think they screwed this up personally. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not that huge fan of Big Swole, but out of everybody here, her and Ivelisse are pretty much the veterans, I'd say. If I had to take a wild guess, but it'll be what it'll be.
Definitely gonna be what it'll be. So the Madman pitched an idea to me. He was like, "Let's come up with 10 wrestlers that we would like to see Cody Rhodes defend the Open Challenge TNT title." And I did. I kind of cheated a little bit. I picked.
I was just gonna come up with that out of my head. I didn't know you was gonna make a list.
I picked a person from Impact, a person from New Japan, a person from ROH, NWA, MLW. I picked them, and then I picked 5 guys that we've seen in Ego. And I don't know if that's good or bad or what. And then I picked a bonus, and I'm gonna throw my bonus person out there first because I'd like to see Terry Funk challenge Cody. I'd like to see the promo be something like, you know, your daddy was an egg-sucking dog. Cody, you're an egg-sucking dog. So, and of course, you know, to make it interesting, Terry would say, you know, this will be my retirement match.
Again.
Yeah, if you beat me, I'll retire. If I beat you, I'll get your title. So it'd be career versus title. I think that'd just be the only thing to be fair. And of course, we would see Cody win.
So we got to pick an old guy. I'll pick an old guy.
I just did it for fun. So that's my first pick. So technically, this will be 11 wrestlers we'd like to see.
So a legendary guy. I'll pick one.
Yeah. Let's pick a legend.
Guy. I'll do that. Hacksaw.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Easy. Just why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's no reason to that. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I went to Impact, and there was a bunch of guys in Impact I'd like to see, but just the one name that I thought would be interesting would be Ken Shamrock. Shamrock versus Cody.
He's in the Legends, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It'd definitely draw attention to the show.
Yeah. So who's your second pick?
Let's see. I'll do it from Impact.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, I'm just. Hell, I'll copy. Why not?
All right.
I'm not gonna put the same name as you. Willie Mack.
Willie was definitely in my top 3.
Yep.
For Impact.
I've always
guys
been
I'd like to see.
He's like out of all the black wrestlers that are out there, he is one I would love to book on a show.
I'm saying you've been a fan of Willie for a while.
Yeah, I love that guy, man. Honest to God.
All right. Next, I had New Japan, and this is a guy. When I first saw him, he was wrestling in Ring of Honor. and he had a different name, and I can't remember his name, but I wasn't a fan of his. But when he kind of like, spent his time over here, went back to New Japan, kind of like redeveloped himself or recreated himself. But it's Evil. Like, I'm a big fan of Evil. And I think Evil versus Cody would be pretty cool.
That's cool.
So that's my New Japan pick.
I didn't. That's easy. Will Ospreay.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because Will can go, man. He's probably one of the best British guys out there right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him or Zack Sabre. Like, if I had to pick one of them two,
I'd probably go
I don't know which one I'd rather see.
Both would be good.
I don't think Cody's that great of a wrestler, to be honest with you. And I think Zack Sabre could lead him through a great technical match.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't disagree.
Will's definitely a flippy fly guy, but can actually wrestle. So.
Right. So I went to ROH next, and I've been a fan of this guy for a long time. It's Brody King.
Yes.
Brody King is phenomenal. So that was my pick for ROH.
I'd have to go with the villain Marty Scurll.
Okay.
Because I think they had some stuff before when Cody and them were in ROH, and I don't know if it ever really got settled.
I don't know.
There was like a small feud, but I don't think it lasted very long. But it always seemed like Marty's always kind of stuck to the side, and somebody else was always the star, and like he never really got that spotlight.
Right.
So,
I went to NWA next, and this is a guy I think a lot of people are fans of, but I just don't feel like he's ever gotten that spot to be the guy. But that's Eli Drake.
Eli?
I mean, Eli can talk.
He did pretty good on Impact when he was there.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like he's ever got that.
Kind of like what I just said with Marty Scurll.
Like, I was hoping that going to NWA, like maybe he would kind of be a top guy, and then he gets stuck in a tag team, and he's like the guy that's a tweener, and he's trying to stir the pot, this and that, and you never really get anything going with that.
And now there's this lovely virus that got everybody shut down.
And kind of ruined it. So, that's my guy for NWA.
Murdoch. Yeah, I'd definitely pick Murdoch.
That would be a really cool match.
Yeah, because, well, you think about it. He's not really kin to Dick Murdoch. That's all BS. But he definitely had the same style as Dick Murdoch. And I just like, because Murdoch and
Dusty were
tag team partners.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, let's go with that. I like that. All right. MLW would be my next pick. And I went with Jacob Fatu. I mean, he's the man. And it was really hard for me to pick because I had three, and I'm sure you're going to pick one of the ones I would have picked.
Two.
But if your picks come from the Dynasty, then we were thinking the same.
Well, yeah.
But
I'd say Hammerstone or Lowkey.
Oh, Lowkey would be fun.
In a heartbeat, either one of them. Like, I really want, when MLW comes back, I want that to be a feud.
Yeah.
And like, I write Hammerstone every once in a while on Instagram, and he's a really cool guy, and he will respond back to stuff if he agrees with you.
Yeah. So, but I'd like to see him or Richard Holiday.
Yeah. Oh, I love Holiday. Holiday's a great talker.
Rumor is that he is a distant relative of Doc Holiday. I don't know if you had heard that.
Okay.
But that's what they're saying.
Gotcha.
Said that if he was a Wild West gunslinger, he would have been Dick Holiday.
So, yeah, slinging Dick.
Yeah, on Holiday.
That's when most people do it.
So those were like my top promotions. Then I picked 5 from Ego, and the top 5 I picked from Ego was O'Shea Edwards, J.D. Jenkins, John Davis, Odison, and Ray Fury. I think any of those guys on AEW against Cody would be an amazing opportunity. And also, like, seeing Odison maybe give Cody the F10, or, John Davis, give him the bag crusher. Or
slap the hell out of him.
Yeah. So it'd be cool, I'd really love to see those guys just be there. I mean, all of them are top talent. And I think it'd be really, really cool to see that.
So, guys from Ego, I'm not going to pick a regular stable guys. I'll pick a few, but
yeah,
basically it'll be people that you're just more or less stable guys that are always there. I got 2 stable guys. Right. I'd say Fury and Wes Warren.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. I guess my third would be Nightmare. Because Nightmare's one of those guys that really, if people really knew the amount of stuff this guy knows, it'd drive you insane.
Yeah, he's super intelligent for a guy that can talk.
Yes, I mean, I've had 2 matches with him. He about ran me to death, and he had me doing crap I didn't know I knew how to do. So it's just, it really is out there how much he knows. Fury, he would definitely be the lucha style guy.
Yeah.
Wes is kind of that southern independent fighting guy.
Man, Wes reminds me so much of like not young Pillman, like loose cannon Pillman, and like if you mix like loose cannon Pillman and like young Benoit together, like I'm telling you, that's Wes all day. Like, dude is so intense, but he's kind of like it's hard to get to know him. So like he's really out there sometimes.
I worked a regular job with him and wrestling with him, and
like,
that boy's he's a mystery.
Like he's definitely got the loose cannon kind of thing going without it being like in your face. You know, he's like a closet loose cannon, closet cannon. There's your moniker, closet cannon, Wes Warren.
I call him the Pale Rider because that son ain't got no damn tan.
He's giving Sheamus a run for his money.
But my last 2 would be just because I like brawlers, but Gary J.
Oh, Gary J would be cool.
And Plunkett.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremiah Plunkett in a heartbeat.
Plunkett would be great. Gary J would be great. I don't know if Cody would be up to having a little chop battle with Gary J, but it'd be interesting to watch, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And my very last one would
be
Fred Yehi. Because I think Fred's overlooked a lot, and I really think that could be easily a star maker if somebody would ever get the reins on him.
Oh man, like, you know, when MLW first came on, like they had just brought him into like Team Filthy, and I was like, oh, this is amazing, and then you never seen him again.
I saw him wrestle Lowkey. That's all I've ever seen him do.
So
I was so disappointed because I was like, man, this guy has so much talent. I just wish somebody would use him. I know he did it at Evolve, like he was a big team in Evolve, but
other than that, like, he just didn't.
Yeah,
it was rumored that he was getting signed to NXT, and it just never came through. But man, like Fred he has such an unorthodox style, man. Exactly. Like, and I don't know if that works against him. You know,
I mean, one of our guys just had a shot at him, and some people have had some negative to say about it. But if they're talking about you, period, they're talking about you. But I think Jake, from everything I saw of the match, I enjoyed it. So Jake, there's somebody that enjoyed your match.
I enjoyed it as well. I mean, if you thought that you were going to get the stuff, you know, a match that you should see Jake in on the Indies against Cody on TV, like,
I had people
you were crazy.
Who's the War Horse? Who's the War Horse? I know everybody doesn't follow indie wrestling, but you ought to open your horizons and look at some indie stuff.
Yeah, and take the opportunity to go, you know, scout some of Jake's other matches, some of the stuff. Him versus Ray Fury was amazing over in Alabama. And him and Gary J, that feud, golly, and man.
I'm gonna push that real quick. There's a place called Black Label Wrestling, and they have their pro. My bad. They have, I think, 2 or 3 of their matches, and one of them's the last man standing match. I've made it through half of it because I had to leave work a while ago, and I was wanting to talk about it all the way. But it's a pretty long match. But from everything I've seen so far, they're killing each other. So
yeah,
go watch it. Gary J and Jake Parnell. If you want to watch anything, just watch it for that feud.
Yeah. So take the chance to watch War Horse, and you know, don't just judge him by what you saw on.
But from Cody to Disco,
you were only going to get, you're going to get the match Cody wanted you to have, and what the executives and producers and all that. Like independent wrestling versus television wrestling is completely different. So, you know,
but he made it to TV. To me, that's a big thing, and I congratulate him on that. Frankie Thomas made it. Well, he made it to YouTube.
Yeah, but we'll take it. You know,
I mean, it's something. You got to start somewhere, and it might not be a home run the first time you try, but hell, at least you swung.
That's it. And rumor has it you may see Frankie back.
Well, good. Yeah, I'm glad for these guys. They busted their butt. We met Frankie Thomas wrestle one of the worst looking guys you've ever seen in your life. The first time we met Frankie.
The only offensive move Frankie got that match was to reverse the Irish wheel.
And he shouldn't have done that because that guy weighed like 300 pounds.
And I was like, man, this kid has got something. Like, so super cool that, you know, not taking anything away, you know, any credit for anything Frankie's done, but just cool that, you know, we found him when nobody would even use him, and to see where he's came now is like, wow, man, like we definitely had a little eye for talent. So
step up or step out, you know.
That's it, man. And
I'm happy for all the guys. I mean,
let us know down below who you would like to see Cody face. Are there any indie guys you'd like to see him wrestle for the
I say some of
TNT
the
title.
worst thing that's happened right now is that he made this an open challenge to all indie guys. I'd be pushing a promo hard if you were still in shape to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, they clearly, if they got little video, what's the hell's his damn name? Marco Stunt from Mississippi, because of a highlight reel on a video, why not do a promo that may catch their eye on a video?
Yeah, true. But yeah, so let us know who you'd like to see Cody fight, and until next time,
Watch wrestling.
watch wrestling.